Tuesday, September 23, market analysis, Stan Ehrlich, and we have some reversals, tops, maybe. Let's take a close look. We almost made new highs for the trend on the MES. The high today was extremely close at one tick below yesterday's high. All it had to do was go up 2 ticks higher than the high, and we would have a higher high and a little bit of a reversal. This is a doji. Normally it doesn't mean much, but we're quite overbought in the low 80s. That is concern, which is what I want. I do think there's a very good chance today is the beginning. I want to see it close below the lows of the last few days. In particular, probably below 66.15. A new low close and a new low for about a week. I don't think that's going to happen in the next 1 or 2 days, but it could. These type of situations frequently cause a sharp break at the beginning. 1 minute chart fell apart just a little bit after the opening and dropped off to a small double bottom and closed so-so. Still down about 3.5 points on the spider for the day. Now the spider actually has a bearish engulfing ER sell signal today. This is the second one in about a week and a day or so. As a result, you usually get one, often at the very highest high, like that one, and it dropped off extremely sharply the next day. But I'm expecting much more than that one-day silly break. I know that was a good break, but it wasn't, didn't start anything big. Remember, I'm looking for the October lows. The market tends to bottom out sometime during October. The October 1st is next Wednesday. But it could even start going down maybe at the beginning of October. As long as there's a big buying opportunity during October, that's the October lows. You may not notice that that's the case until after the fact, which is too bad. My job is to tell you when it's going to start going down, and I think it's today into the low during October and tell you with the day it turns back up. Now, you got the 1 minute chart on the S&P. Came down really nicely, but no major new lows and no close below previous lows. Next, didn't have a reversal in the QQQ. It just dropped significantly. This close is a little lower than 2 days ago. 5 minute chart. Well, it's a 1 minute chart. Came down, stayed down. Next, NQ NASDAQ futures. Apparently the same thing. No bearish engulfing, overbought conditions in everything across the board, including today the YM, which is new. It's also overbought. NQ 1 minute chart, nothing here. We've got a sharp new high on the YM. That caused it to get into overbought conditions, and it has a little bit lower close. Now that's not by itself much of a reversal, but when you add the overbought condition and you add the bearish looking situations in the other indexes, this could be an important high. Next, yep, shot right up there, and then kaboom. Next, Russell, another new high, overbought, slightly lower close, similar to the YM, but the Dow is a new historic highs, by the way. This is not. Looking a little bearish. Russell 1 minute. Not bearish enough for me at the moment to scream bloody murder, but I'm close. Here's the bonds. They had a nice break for 3 days from my initial bearish engulfing sell signal and a little bounce back today. This could be the high for weeks to come, if not maybe a month or two. I can't tell that. It's in a good spot. It's around where it topped out significantly before. I'm thinking we're going to get down to about 113.5-ish. Notes, same story. Worked great from the sell signal a few days ago. First day bounce off of support. I talked about that for the last couple of days, 3 days. No surprise. Shouldn't go up much. Should make new lows soon and start to chew away or go below that support. Next, support on crude oil is holding. Bounced back pretty good today. Still a rock and a hard spot, waiting for a signal. And a little bit lower low, testing the low of the trend on natural gas, but a slightly higher close. I don't know, maybe it'll bounce back up a slight bit, but I do expect maybe before the end of the week, new lows for the trend. And I am bearish all the way down to 1.3. Next, we're still between a rock and a hard spot and heating oil. I know we got bullish engulfings on, buy signals at the bottom, sell signals on the top. That was all well and good. Right now, I'm waiting for something significant to develop. Next, overbought conditions, new high close. Gold does not look like it's turning down. Maybe it will get another 1 or 2 more days up. But I do think it's about to, maybe this week, hit a high. I don't know if it's today. I don't think so. Silver, overbought. Same story, almost exactly. Next, platinum, starting to look like silver and gold. Attacking the highest high, almost exactly. Not quite making it. Pulling back a little. Closed very strong. New high closed for a couple of months. Not sure what to say, except it did break that little bear trend line. I pointed out this possible pennant just yesterday, as a matter of fact. And now it's broken out to the upside, plus it's over a little resistance area as well. That's looking pretty good, but it's overbought. That doesn't mean it's going to top out in one day. You've got overbought conditions for about a week here and a little over a week there. 2 or 3 days here, 2 or 3 days here, 2 or 3 days there, 2 days here, 1 day there, 2 or 3 days. So it could pop up a little bit more, but I wouldn't be buying it up here. It's too dangerous. Next, copper. I think it's just going to sleep. It's just too bad. Losing interest. Next, soybeans. Hit support area almost like yesterday. Bounced back to about a penny higher on the close, barely. Got oversold. Barely, but oversold. Turned yellow. So at support area, which is pretty significant if you look back over time, bottomed out, bottom in that ballpark close, bottom, a little bit below. Now it could snap down sharply, get well oversold, a lot more, and then turn up, but I can't tell. I think it's about to turn up, but it could make some new lows first. Soybean oil, pretty much the same story, but a little bit more accurately bumped into the support area and then turned up and turned oversold today for the first time, like beans. So both, I think, are going to bounce. Meal, oversold also. So I think it is close to a bounce. Next, we got corn. And just simply bounced. Not oversold, nothing going on. Never broke the support area. That's good. Acting fairly good, actually, for a little more of a bull trend up and a new high. Remember, it's got the gap to close at 440-ish. And wheat. New low, but a higher close by a substantial amount. Unfortunately, it wasn't oversold. Otherwise, I'd be a lot more optimistic about this kind of price action producing a low. Right now, all I can say is maybe, not good enough. Don't have a lot of faith in this reverse. But it does look pretty interesting, so I'm going to just wait. Next, we have Shell, a stock that dropped down to support, did bottom out on Friday, popped back up a little bit yesterday and popped a lot more today, but didn't close all that well in the lower part of its range. Nevertheless, it was up a little on the day. I'm still looking for a new low here soon, lower than last Friday. Overbought, still has a gap to close underneath the market yesterday for Apple. A new high for the trend, but a lower close. Now that is a little bit bearish on the surface. The overbought condition with a new high and a lower close, not typically conducive of a move up in the next few days. So I think it's going to close the gap at a minimum quickly. There's a gap down here as well. Can't forget that. Modestly bearish, need a little more proof. Tesla already topped out yesterday after being almost a gap. I think that was not, but if it is, it's very small. And then came down, closed the gap if there was one, so forget that. But it's gotten overbought and now pulling back. And the overbought condition, by the way, was extremely substantial, 91 something. Whenever markets reach a 91 RSI on my custom RSI, I start screaming bloody murder. So I don't know if I said that yesterday, but I'll do it now. That's bloody murder. Bad close, overbought, extreme levels, divergence, new high price, but not in the indicator. This looks like it's going to come down and close some gaps or back down to support at a minimum. 366 I'm looking for. Next, NVIDIA. The resistance area I talked about yesterday stopped it cold. Opened lower right away. Dropped off substantial, bounced a bit. I think it could come down at least again to 170-ish to 164.5. And we're back to the E-mini. You guys have a great day and profitable trading to you.